Most of you at some point have felt like giving up. And in this video, I wanted to keep it as raw as possible, guys. Let you know you're not alone. When you're first starting out with your trading, guys, I want you to know that you're gonna go through probably the most toughest time ever. So if you're struggling, if you feel left out, maybe you feel stuck in the same place, I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that I was once there, and that most of us traders go through that. That's just part of the journey. And I want you to know that you have a community here that you can count on. So if you're new to the family, make sure you guys tune in, subscribe, and make sure you guys turn on that little bell icon so you don't miss on any single piece of content. Like I was saying, I want you to know that that's just part of the journey. The problem that I find with a lot of traders when they're first starting out is that they focus so much on the instant gratification, the instant result, without realizing that things take time, right? When you go to the gym, right? If I, for example, I know I want to go back into the gym. I want to get back to how I was when I was in high school. I used to work out, I played rugby. I was pretty fit. And so I used to, hit it hard. I got my mammoth mug and everything. But you know what I mean? Like it was something that took years, right? Years in the making, you know what I mean? Four years going hard all throughout high school until I kind of built myself to where I was, right? Many of you guys probably don't even know my story of how I actually gained weight. So I went from when I originally met my wife about 7.5 years ago, I was about 175 pounds. Fast forward 8 years now, pretty much. I peaked last year, so 7 years ago, 7 years in, I peaked at 265 pounds, guys. Now, I don't know how much that is in kilos, but it was a lot. 265 pounds, Google it. And actually, for our wedding last year in July, I was able to drop down from 265 pounds all the way down to 209 pounds, which is crazy because if you do the math on that, that's pretty much well over 45 pounds. That's almost 50 pounds if I'm not wrong, that I was able to lose. So obviously I gained a little bit back, went back to Mexico twice this past few months, in the last 8 months. So obviously I gained that, not all of it back, thankfully, but I did gain a little bit more back, and I'm back at it. You guys know what's good. I got my black tea here, Starbucks. Anyways, I have been able to kind of, maintain myself, which is the most important thing. But what did I do differently over the last 2-3 years when I started to realize I'm not really happy with where I'm at, you know what I mean, in terms of my actual health? What did I do differently that actually helped me lose well over 45, almost 50 pounds, as opposed to other times when I tried so hard and in fact I would probably gain weight or be stuck in the same 265 pounds, 254, 55, and I'd gain it back up. And the difference was that I actually stuck to my plan even though I didn't see progress. So the nights that I would say, man, is this gonna be really worth it? When I would stay nights, for example, and it was like, 9 p.m. and I was like, man, I'd love to have order some food, or, when we would go and hang out with some family friends, we would go out to eat, and I'd be like, man, this is tempting. I kind of stuck to my ground. What was the difference? Other times I would have fell. I would have been like, yeah, screw this, man, whatever, right? And what came to mind was like, is it really worth it, what I'm doing? Is it really worth it even though I'm not seeing the results? And this is the same with your trading, guys. I want you guys to understand this. This is the moral of the story. It doesn't have to do about my weight loss journey, but the fact that what I implemented this time differently was the fact that I really kept pushing regardless of the results, right? I put aside instant gratification and I focused on the longer term vision, the tunnel vision, the further vision, right? And I put aside all the distractions and I stuck to my plan, similar to sticking with your trading plan, right? Similar to sticking with the bigger picture, right? The overall goal, right? When you're trading, what is your why? When you started trading, when you got introduced to trading, what did you see? Yes, there's the financial freedom aspect. That's amazing once you learn this skill set, but why are you doing it? What is your why? What is your reason behind it? Is it because you want to be able to bless your family members, your spouse, your partner, your parents? What's that why? Whatever that why is, use that as fuel to fire you to continue to push further, even on those days when you feel like giving up, even on those days when it's hard. And that's really what helped me get to that point. So the nights when I was like, man, I'm really hungry, I wish I could be eating out, I was literally here at home having my tea, having my matcha tea, having my black tea, right? Suppressing my hunger after a certain period of time because that was part of my plan. It wasn't starving myself. It was, okay, I can't eat after 6 p.m. even though I was so used to and accustomed to eating whatever I wanted at any single time. And so when I stuck to that plan, that's when I slowly, gradually started to see results. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is possible. It's just once you pass over 3, 4, 7, right? You start passing all these days and you're like, this is not too bad. And it's weeks and it's months and you're like, wow, I lost 20 pounds. I lost 30 pounds. Wow, I started trading with literally 0.10 and now I'm at trading at half a lot, you know what I mean? No matter a couple months, right? So it's the same thing. Or it could be you're starting out with a $50 account because that's all you can afford. That's totally fine. But sticking to that plan, saying, okay, I've only got this $50 account. I'm gonna slowly and gradually stick to my plan. Even if I made $3, it doesn't matter. You made $3, right? You stick to your plan, and gradually, sooner rather than later, you're gonna see the results and you'll be like, wow, it's crazy how I started with $50 and now I have over $300, $400 in my account. And then that 300, 400 becomes 1,000, that 1,000 becomes 5,000, that 5,000 easily becomes 10, 15, 20, and then look at what you've been able to slowly build, right? But because you stick to your original plan, you trusted the process, you understood that nothing was gonna be instant, you weren't gonna see the instant results, and that's really what gave you the end result. The problem is not only because our society and what we're so accustomed to, what we hear all the time, is that we have to, if we don't see the results, it doesn't work, right? And so we're so accustomed to the microwave lifestyle where we need to have everything done right away. But let me tell you something. When you stick to stuff and you stick to your trading plan and your belief, you will see the results. Even if it's later, you will see the results eventually. When you're focused so much on that instant gratification, the problem is that you're not gonna find it. And then what's happening next, you're gonna try and move on to something else. And then when you move on to something else, that's when you're gonna find yourself in the same position. You're all stoked up, you're excited, you're like, oh, this is a new opportunity. You don't see the results and you move on to the next thing. And this is a very, very common issue that I see with a lot of traders, is that they don't see the results they're hoping for, they don't see it right away, and then they move on to the next thing. And this is what my best advice, if I could go back to when I originally started and I was on and off for a bit with my trading, is if I would have focused and just trusted the plan from the very beginning, I probably would be much, much more advanced in my trading than where I am today. I hope that this video can encourage you. I hope this video can bless you and let you know that you're not alone. It's part of the process, but stick to it. Keep going. Don't give up. This is your sign to keep going and trust your plan and trust that God's got a perfect plan for you, and you will get to that goal that you're hoping and you're desiring. Trust me, because that's what I did and it has worked. But you literally have to be willing to believe it and also implement it and stick with it. So I hope that this video encouraged you guys. I hope this video blessed you. And if you found it encouraging in any way possible, share it. Share this video on your social media or with a friend, and that this video can bless them as well. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now.